I won't go through the agenda just yet. We have one item on the agenda. It's for a sign, but right now we do have our meeting minutes in our hands from our last meeting, which
Last year.
Bola Macro was last year, you betcha. So if anybody has had an opportunity to take a look at those, if they want to amend them or make a motion that we accept them as written, we'll do that.
Make a motion, we accept them as written.
Mr. Baker makes a motion, we accept them as written. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Very good. Meeting minutes approved as written. Also in your package, if anybody hasn't got their training for the next year or two, we get our nice regular reminders. With that being said, I'm going to kind of just hold us in recess in session. I'm not sure, but I think we ought to give them a few more minutes. If they don't show up, then we'll adjourn the meeting with no action.
He is aware of the new starting time?
Yes.
And if he looked at the public notice, he's got it.
And I actually spoke to him yesterday, so I know he knows. Yeah, he's gonna be here pretty soon. And
I
there
have
he
a
is.
question. Joe, how far ahead can we stockpile our training hours?
There isn't a limit.
There is not a limit?
You can
Stop
carry
your
over.
question there. That was the answer you wanted. Good job.
I'm Nick. Hi.
You happen to be the applicant.
Am I the only one?
You are it. That's why we were waiting for you.
Should have came earlier. Sorry.
Well, with this group, I mean, if you're not here at 7 o'clock, they adjourn, they would be gone out of the parking lot when you sat down. All right, so what we have on the agenda tonight is one matter. It's 30 North Avenue. I'm not going to read the tax ID number, and give me some grace on the name, but I believe it is Nick Munson.
Yep.
Owner of the Waffle Factory on 250, or North Avenue as it's called. The applicant proposes to install a freestanding sign in a front yard setback at that same current address. The current village code requires 20-foot setback. The sign is to be placed approximately 3 feet from the setback, so what you're asking for is a 17-foot setback. We do have your package. We have a couple of pictures here of the existing sign on the building and then one that you're proposing. Why don't you tell us what you need to do and why we need to grant you some relief from the code as it is?
So there's a big tree that's to the
Good point. Hold on one second.
Sure.
We are a board of 5.
Uh,
You need a vote of 3 in the affirmative in order to pass any variance that we have. Because we are one player short tonight, I'd like to give you an opportunity to put this off, and I will continue to call this board back into session probably on a weekly basis to annoy them. And until we can get a full board here if you want, or at your choice, you can go forward with the 4 members that we have here right now.
I'd be happy to do this.
Very good, thank you.
So yeah, we have a big tree to the right of the building, and the building's a little bit set back from the road. It's an old house. Most customers, I don't know if anyone has ever been a customer there, but especially the elderly, they can't find it for nothing. And I have one of those A-frame signs on the sidewalk, and with the wind and everything, it blows away. The plow from the village has taken it down twice. That's $200 down the drain. But it's just unsightly, those A-frame signs, I think. And I just think a nice sign in the yard would add character, not only to the building, to my business, but also to the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of, yeah, the gist is nobody can find it. It's really hard. I mean, luckily people, go in circles forever to find it. And the A-frame sign has helped, but I haven't put one out in a month and a half since the plow last took it out, hoping I can get this approved so I can get a new sign. That big tree, it's a big box elder tree, covers, it like hangs halfway into the road on 250, covers the building as you're coming towards the Four Corners. And then as you're going north towards the lake, no one's really driving, cocking their head to the side to see the building, I don't think, whereas all the other businesses along the corridor have signage placed for the most part in the front, kind of like what I want to do, so both traffic ways can see it coming up and down 250.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a small sign, 1x2, nothing major. Same look as the one I have now. It's made from cedar. It's gonna be from a hanging signpost. Solar lights. Yeah.
Okay, placement of the solar lights.
Solar lights will be right below on the ground, or it could go, I think that's the only option actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was some mention in here that you had made this sign that was on the building itself.
I did.
Are you making this one?
Yep.
Okay. And then from the placement on the lot diagram, looks like it's pretty close to the sidewalk. You're not going to extend over the sidewalk on
No,
that, is that
not at
correct?
all. Yeah, not at all.
Okay.
There's a pretty good amount of space, probably from where this chair is to where you are. A little bit less maybe, as far as the frontage, a little lawn on both sides.
Yep.
There is more space on the other side of the lawn, but with people walking through the yard to the backyard, hopefully there will be seating at some point. I thought maybe that might get in the way. But as far as placement goes, Will thought that would be the best place, so I said, that's fine.
That's
So this will be a hanging sign so that it's gonna be high enough that the snowplow is not gonna...
Yeah, because it will be totally in our lawn. It won't have any hangover into the sidewalk.
So, let me have a question, Mark.
Sure.
So the sign that you have here is basically the sign it's going to be this sign,
Yep.
and is there going to be anything added to that sign?
Not really. The only thing
I see that you're looking at a beer garden application.
Yeah, I might put at the bottom a waffles. We do ice cream at nighttime, 6 to 9, homemade ice cream. So we might do waffle shop cream, like a Bullet Point creamery, something like that.
And that would be attached at the bottom of this sign?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to keep the sign that you built that's on the side of the building
Yeah.
as is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Be same sign, just small.
Michael,
You
nothing?
guys have asked everything I've thought about, so.
Bill? Nothing from Bill? Okay, thank you very much. We'll close this portion. What we look for at this point is a motion, one way or the other, or a discussion among the board? Excuse me. Any comments from the general public?
No, other than that, because it's been so long since you've had a meeting, you seem to be out of practice.
I know it, I know it. We'll do better. All right, no comments from the general public, either discussion among the board or a motion to one side or the other.
Well, I think before you take a motion on the variance application.
You're not gonna tell me about seeker,
Take
are you?
care of seeker first.
Well, that's what we always start with, a traditional motion.
And the planning board did not decide that they were the lead role in this?
Not
Because
for
they
the
do
sign.
sometimes.
No, not for the sign, they specifically left this board.
Okay, Bill, give us, what we need is a,
I'll make a motion that the zoning board be declared the lead agency in this matter, and that is a type 2 action under seeker.
okay, we've got a motion,
I'll second.
seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, none, very good. Go back to our motion then. what we're looking for, if we choose to grant, is a 17-foot front yard setback. The sign doesn't need any size variations because of 1 by 2, it's well within the limits.
We don't need a variance for a number of signs, do we?
I was just looking at it.
There's size, there's a accumulated, I think there's a
Right.
cumulative, that was directly what my question was in the future, and that's why I asked you if you're keeping your sign on the building. I think there's a code for the total
Total square
total
Square
square
footage.
foot. But your sign on the building and this sign, I don't believe.
But
over.
this sign can be
excessive.
considered 2 signs because it's double-sided.
Well, that's a good
No.
point.
No.
No.
I do know my square footage of the sign, which I currently have on the building, is far under what's
2 feet.
allowed.
Yeah, it's 2 feet.
My
Yeah,
current
that's what I'm
sign,
saying.
it's real small.
I know, I looked at that, the number is below what is required.
Right.
And currently, but that's why I was asking you.
35 or 20?
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Anything we have to be concerned with there, or?
Well, it does say under 175-54D2, the central, all other business districts, no more than 1 sign for the identification of each business conducted on the premises, except if the building is located on 2 or more intersecting streets, like if you're on the corner, but this isn't on a
This
corner.
is not the case.
Right. So you probably need a variance for that too.
175-54D2. And there's no problem with us making a motion on something that's hasn't been put in through the applicant process.
Well, it wasn't advertised, right?
Well,
The sign was
The sign variance
advertised.
itself was advertised, you would think of, the sign's there already.
Okay.
Can that be greater than 10% portion of the main facade?
I think at 2
No
feet,
greater
I
than
don't think we've done
75
I
that.
think that, no greater than a total of 75 square feet of that other. Your point, Mr. that just made is correct. So we have to have a motion for this and then a motion to.
Or wrap them both into one, you know, if you're good. If you're good. Well, what you want is you want to grant a variance for the addition of the sign to exceed 1, now it's 2. And then you want the variance for the front yard setback.
Okay, two different voting, right? Or we wrap it up in one?
You can do it either way you want.
You okay with that? Want to wrap it up poetically into 2, 1?
Okay, just before we move on for the official record, these are both wrapped into the seeker issue.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll try this out. I move that we have a variant, that we grant the variance of the setback requested by Mr. Munson of 3 feet from the setback, a total variance of 17 feet. And I also move that we incorporate a variance to allow 2 signs, even though it's 2 signs on that property.
That's it. I think we got a motion on the table.
I'll second.
Seconded by Michael, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? None. Good luck. Hope you're successful.
Thank you. So now I can just get the sign,
Yeah.
I'm good to go?
And by the way, we're talking quality here, not quantity. I mean, you came in looking for 1 variance, maybe 2. That doesn't happen every place.
Might take me a while, because I do make it,
So you
so.
have to,
And we didn't charge you for it.
you have to go to see Will and pay for the sign permit.
Right. Thank you very much.
All right, thank
Have a
you.
good night, everybody. Bye.
Okay.
I hate to pick on Will, who's not here, but shouldn't this have been?
Yep.
That's
That's right. why we have a very competent attorney to our left who took a second look at it and said, you might need to do that. So, meetings next month, Joe?
See you next time.
Anything on the agenda?
Nothing at this point,
Okay,
but Will has been off this week, so there could be some things coming down the pipe.
very good. I'm going to test your memory.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Phillips Road, just south of Ridge.
Brittany
I
was
see no substantial progress on that.
there, last we talked about it with Will, they're planning on breaking ground sometime in May.
When did we grant them a variance?
When the number of
Yeah, no,
buildings
I
were,
remember.
yes,
It was, and they could have built without it, but they chose to come in and have the variance.
yes.
When did we grant that?
Last year.
They have to make substantive progress within 1 year, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's been a year yet since that one.
That was just something that,
Late fall.
Yeah, I don't think it was that far back.
I was just curious if you had it off the top of your head.
No, I don't recall the exact month. I know early last year we started talking about it,
Okay.
but I don't believe the variance south happened until a little later in the year.
That's fine.
But I will,
believe it was warm, so I think we probably looked at it
yeah, it might be getting close. I will check
within a year. May or June.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna start soon, so they're supposed to close, they're gonna try to close this week on their construction home
Good.
with ESO.
All right.
The weather really hasn't been too conducive for construction
Not recently.
either, no. So,
Okay, so nothing on our agenda at the current moment for next month, but
Stay tuned.
the warm weather will get people doing things. All right, motion to close our meeting.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Bill always first to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Seconded by Michael. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Very good.
Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen. See you maybe in a month.
it's our forward,